Hi everyone, this is my head, ear, eye, neck, throat, or nose, throat, and neck assessment for NU 650. My name is Rachel Mazzola. What's your name?
Beth Mazzola.
And do you consent to having this done?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna start with the head, but before I do that, I'm gonna pretend that I wash my hands, which they are clean. And I would just inspect the general contour, size, shape of the patient's head. And then moving on from that, we would start with the eye exam, which we're gonna kind of have to move around a little bit in here since we're in a small space. But first, we just want to inspect the eyelids and the eyelashes, as well as the symmetry of each of the eyebrows. And then I would just go ahead and pull down a little bit to inspect the sclera. Look up for me on both sides, as well as the conjunctiva and lacrimal apparatus. And then we would want to, I'm going to start with the lights on and those pieces of the assessment and then move on. So we're going to check for the extraocular movement. So I'm going to try to stand kind of with my back, and I'm going to make an H shape starting on the right hand side, and I'm going to have you look straight at me. There we go. And follow my finger with just your eyes and not your neck. Great. And now accommodation of the pupillary response. So we would move closer. Great. And then the visual just her peripheral vision. There we go. So I'm gonna go around with two fingers, and you let me know when you see the two fingers. You can just say yes. This is, hopefully you can see it. I think you can. Okay. Oh, good. Actually, no, look straight ahead for me. I guess it kind of defeats the purpose in the video, but normally the person wouldn't be being filmed. And look straight ahead. Okay, this side.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna turn the lights off for this portion of the exam. And also just, my ophthalmoscope unfortunately did not make it in the mail in time. So before I turn the lights off, I'm actually gonna describe how I would perform the ophthalmic exam. But I'm going to use my otoscope, but not turn the light on, just to kind of demonstrate how I would find the red reflex, and perform the ophthalmic exam. So I'd have the patient look ahead and do it bilaterally in both eyes, getting closer and trying to find that red reflex in the other portions of the ophthalmic exam. Again, didn't make it in the mail in time, so that's okay. All right. So now we're going to check pupillary response. And let me just go and turn each light off. 1 second. All right. So I would check individually and then, oh, there we go. All right. Okay. Perfect. Turn all these lights back on. Okay. And now I'm going to move on to the ears, inspecting bilaterally each auricle. And also while I'm there, inspecting the ear canal itself. And then moving on to using my ophthalmoscope and choosing the appropriate Nice. All right. I'm gonna pull it kind of towards the pinna, kind of towards me and up. Right. Other side. Great. Okay. Back. Okay, so now I'm going to perform the whisper test. Obviously it's a very quiet environment, but I would stand about 2 feet back and ask, say a 2-syllable word and ask if she can hear on both sides. That side's a little bit occluded, so we'll do it on this side, but it is important to do it bilaterally. So about 2 feet back. And then, actually I wanna close the other ear, massaging it circular. You let me know if you can hear this.
Swimming. Sweater.
Yep. Okay. Okay, now the tuning fork. All right, so we're going to do the Weber test. So I'm going to hit this off of my hand, and then I'm going to have you tell me whether or not you can hear it in louder in one or the other ear, or if it's the same bilaterally. Okay. Can you hear it
Louder in this ear.
louder in that ear? Okay. Oh, the cat's trying to get in the video. And then now we're going to do the rind test. So I'm again going to hit the tuning fork, and what I'm going to do is put it right here for you, and then you let me know when you can no longer hear it there. And then I'm going to hold it here, and you let me know if you can still hear it or not. Okay? Okay.
No.
Okay, do it on the other side. That wasn't very good. Hang on.
Nope. Yeah.
Great. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the nose, just inspecting the nose for symmetry, and then also palpating and checking for any occlusions in each nasal passage. So I'm gonna close this one and have you breathe in. Great. And the other one. Okay, perfect. And then I am going to inspect the nose. Careful not to hit the septum. I'm sorry if I got that in your eye. Getting as close as we can without touching anything. And then the other side. Oh, there she is. Okay. Nope. Okay, great. And then palpating the front sinuses and maxillary sinuses. Checking for any tenderness, and then checking the olfactory response. So you just let me know if you can smell this or not. It would be helpful if it was open. Brand new. There we go. All right.
Yeah.
Tell me what it is.
Vanilla.
Perfect. Okay, and then I'm going to want to move on to the lips and the mouth, just inspecting the lips, as well as open your mouth for me. Here we could just use the light. Noting dentition, and then stick out your tongue for me. And the oral mucosa, as well as symmetry of the tonsils if they're there, and midline uvula. Great. Okay. And now we're going to move on to the neck. Lastly, I'll palpate for the glands, but first I'm gonna have you stare straight ahead. Palpating the thyroid, swallow. Great. And then finally, moving on to palpating all of the lymph nodes. I think I said sinuses before, I meant lymph nodes. Take out all of them, and that concludes the exam. So we're now going to perform the visual acuity test. This is still for NU 650. You still consent to this test?
Correct.
Okay. So I have the Snellen eye chart. It's a bit of a smaller one. So this one indicates to stand 6 feet away from the patient. So I'm going to move on the other side of the camera, holding it up. And so I'm going to do that right now. And then what I'm going to have you do is cover one eye. You can't see out of the left.
No.
Okay. And what I'm going to have you do is try to read this line for me.
L E F F H
And this line.
O P D H J
And this line.
E F T Z O.
Great. And now if you want to switch eyes, let it adjust a little bit. Alright. And this bottom line again. If you don't know it, we can move to the next
Can't
one.
read anything on that line.
That's okay. We can move to this one.
Yep.
Okay, that's all right. What about this one?
D E T O H.
Okay, what about this one?
P H J F C.
What about this one?
O L G F.
It's okay, try again. This one right here.
O L C F.
How about this one?
F P H.
Beautiful, perfect. All right, and that concludes the visual acuity test. You can take the paper down. Thank you.